Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at more confirmed characters for Season 2 of Star Wars The Mandalorian. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee. Greetings, Exalted Ones. Greetings to all you Jedi, Padawans, and younglings out there. This is Star Wars Coffee, covering everything you need to know about the latest developments, news, and leaks in Star Wars, and as always, giving you my analysis. The Mandalorian Season 2 is set to debut on Disney Plus next month in October 2020. Now, with that being the case, we still have no trailer. We still have no idea when it's going to hit. The latest things that I've heard about it are not very credible, so I'm not going to tell you guys anything of what I've heard until I have some actual concrete information rather than trying to get your hopes up again. So here is what we're going to do today, is we're going to talk about certain characters that we know are going to be returning in Season 2 of The Mandalorian. I have a previous video where I titled this New Characters Returning for Season 2 of The Mandalorian, something along those lines, and within that video we covered several characters, including Ahsoka, Boba Fett, and Cobb Vanth. So you guys can go check out that video on the channel if you want more details on each one of those characters and their appearances and what we can expect from them. But in today's video, what I wanted to do is tackle a few more characters in Season 2 that we can expect, starting with Bo-Katan, who has made appearances in both Star Wars Rebels and Star Wars The Clone Wars and is affiliated with Death Watch, located from Mandalore. So she wields a blaster pistol, but has also wielded the Darksaber. She is a gifted warrior and a legendary Mandalorian. She refused to align with the Empire's occupation of Mandalore and has once wielded the Darksaber as the leader of the Mandalorian resistance, but the Darksaber unfortunately finds itself in the hands of Moff Gideon. Now, this was confirmed by several outlets, has other sources, so we know it is credible. We have this coming to us from IGN as well as Deadline. So we can take a look here. The Mandalorian, Katie Sackoff, to play Bo-Katan in Season 2. This is from IGN, reported back in September. Another familiar face from Star Wars The Clone Wars will be making the jump to live action in the upcoming second season of The Mandalorian. Slash Film reported that Katie Sackoff will reprise the role of the Mandalorian warrior Bo-Katan in Season 2. Sackoff voiced Bo-Katan in the Clone Wars and the follow-up series Star Wars Rebels, but this will be her first time playing the character in live action. So this is actually pretty good, considering now we have one character making the transition between mediums, going from an animated medium to an on-screen medium. This is an exceptional idea because this allows the seamless transition between characters, fomenting from the medium of animation to the live action medium. So this is essentially the reverse of what they did when they originally started the Clone Wars, which is when they had to take Hayden Christensen's likeness from Revenge of the Sith and put it into an animated form. Now we're simply doing the reverse of that, where we're taking the animated version of Bo-Katan and simply from animated going and transitioning it to live action. So this is some pretty good news, considering Katie Sackoff is already very familiar with the character of Bo-Katan, and seeing that transition to live action I think will be fantastic. So another report came from Deadline, The Mandalorian Season 2, Katie Sackoff to play live action version of her Clone Wars character Bo-Katan, acknowledging that Katie Sackoff already played the character. Now keep in mind here that the interesting thing about this is that this article was originally posted on August 21st by IGN, whereas on Deadline it was reported in May. So you can see that now we have several months in between these reports corroborating of what they have said. So Deadline has now confirmed via Slash Film that Katie Sackoff, who voices Mandalorian warrior Bo-Katan on Star Wars The Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, they're also making note of the Rebels, will be playing the live action version of her character in Season 2 of Disney Plus's The Mandalorian. The character made her debut in Season 4 of The Clone Wars, which just had its series finale. The character has been instrumental in a lingering plotline involving the Darksaber in both the storylines of the Clone Wars and Rebels. So the reason I read that description is because this is very likely why Bo-Katan is involved in The Mandalorian Season 2. It makes perfect sense that Bo-Katan would be involved in helping Mando figure out more about the Darksaber and figuring out Moff Gideon, who he is, providing a little bit more of background information on that character, perhaps giving us some indication of what we can expect with the Force in Moff Gideon's connection to it, knowing that Bo-Katan had relations with Obi-Wan Kenobi in the sense that they worked together and likely was able to illuminate Mando on what is going on here, as well as some information perhaps on the child as well. So, second character that we're going to talk about today is Michael Biehn. We don't know exactly what he's playing here, but this is confirmed by IGN. The Mandalorian Season 2 cast the Terminator star Michael Biehn. So this was from March, so this actually broke very early on this year. Veteran actor Michael Biehn has been cast in the second season of the Mandalorian Disney Plus series. The actor is best known for his turn as Kyle Reese in James Cameron's The Terminator. And this has also been second reported once again by The Hollywood Reporter. So The Mandalorian cast Terminator star Michael Biehn. The Mandalorian is welcoming a sci-fi pioneer into its ranks. The Terminator and Alien star Michael Biehn is joining the second season of Disney Plus Star Wars series, The Hollywood Reporter has confirmed. So this news was first reported by MSW, where they reported Bihn's highest profile project in more than a decade. His character details are still unknown, though it is said that he is also going to be playing some type of bounty hunter, along the lines of Temuera Morrison and Timothy Olyphant. Now, one more thing I want to touch on is, since we don't know much about his character, I'd like to talk about one other character that we might be able to expect in this season 2 as well. And that character is Captain Rex. Now, some of you may be wondering, what is Captain Rex going to be doing in here? Given his condition in the Clone Wars, wouldn't it be reasonable to assume that Captain Rex is already ridiculously advanced in age, given the fact that this is already set 6 years after Return of the Jedi ended, and given the fact that in Rebels, Rex had already aged dramatically? So yes, this would be a simple assumption. However, it's been reported several times that Captain Rex is rumored to be back as well, given the fact that Temuera Morrison not only would be playing Boba Fett, but would also be playing Rex, given the sense that they are essentially the same person. So this is actually quite interesting. It seems that Captain Rex could essentially be in there, and what this would have been able to do is provide a gateway for Dave Filoni to, in a sense, slow the aging process of Captain Rex. So essentially at this point, The Mandalorian, again, takes place 6 years after Return of the Jedi. This has given a wide window of time for the explain away availability provided to Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, saying that if they wanted to include this character, given the fact that he's very palled up with Ahsoka, especially in the last 4 episodes of the Clone Wars. And remember, as you know, I say Dave Filoni is not simply one to just tie things together on a whim. He thinks these things out very thematically and with very much detail in place. So this would make sense to me that they would explain away Rex's aging and figure out a way to get hit to slow to the point where he would be in Rebels. So if he does appear, and that is an if, it's not a confirmation, it's just something that I've been hearing, I would suggest to you that that is how that could happen. Is that they had figured something out during the dark times to figure out a way to slow Rex's aging. So that is the update I have for you guys on The Mandalorian Season 2 with these more confirmed characters. Again, you can go check out my other video on characters returning for The Mandalorian Season 2 on the channel if you guys want more information on Cobb Vanth and Timothy Olyphant, as well as Temuera Morrison returning as Boba Fett and Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka. Thank you guys for watching this video. May God bless you and the Force be with you always. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe.
Do it!
And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.